Well, hi there, everybody. You are watching The Main Viewer, and today we're going to be talking about all kinds of great stuff. You know, we're going to talk about Doug Jones and Star Trek Discovery. We're going to be talking about Star Trek Picard, the new Kelvin universe Star Trek movie that's coming out, hopefully, theoretically, at the end of next year. There's Strange New Worlds talk. Anne-Marie did some crazy sleuth work on a connection between well, we'll tell you later because I already forgot. And let's just get into Space Nine. Yeah, Deep Space Nine. There it is. And a couple other fun little goodies. So let's just introduce everybody. You know what time it is, everyone. It's time to sit back, relax, and have some fun. First of all, our associate producer on the Seventh Rule, the resident web crawler of Virtual TrekCon, here is Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel.
Hi. Woo.
That was. You gotta.
I just get through my introduction fast because I'm so excited to talk about everything.
Okay. We also have, you know her, you love her from the Seventh Rule, from Virtual TrekCon, from Walking Art, made by guess who? Melissa.com. Her name is Melissa Longo.
Is that my name? Oh my goodness. Sometimes I forget because people call me Melissa so often. But it's not Melissa, it's Melissa. Pretend you're Italian. Melissa. Get the hand in there.
Yeah, that works. And also, everybody knows, boy, he's the Dean of Natural Sciences at Duke University. He builds houses on the weekends. He's a occasional science advisor for Star Trek. Two of those three are true. Dr. Muhammad Noor.
Thanks for having me on
which one isn't.
Yeah, right. I've never built a house in my life, nor have I come
the
close.
Nose wrinkle didn't give it away.
My name's Ryan T. Husk. I've never even built a birdhouse.
Like maybe fruit fly houses.
Oh, that's true. That's fair point. Fair point.
All right. So before we get too deep into everything, everyone, do you know that our friend Noah AK and his group of awesome people like Anthony Rapp, I want to say Tilly, but yeah, Mary Wiseman. I almost said Mary Tilly. Mary Wiseman and others have launched a Kickstarter. So if you've already donated to that, you are awesome. If you have not yet, you are still awesome, and we'll give you the information on where to donate later. But check it out; it's really cool, and spread the love. It's doing real well so far. All right, awesome. Let's talk about the news. What do you want to talk about first? Okay. How about
Dougie?
Yeah, Doug Jones.
We love him.
Everybody's favorite.
Sweet.
Doug Jones, Saru. He was awarded something called the Chair Award. The IATSE is like the union for production types. You know, there's IATSE for writers, staff. There's IATSE for camera. There's IATSE for makeup effects, all that kind of stuff.
Not to be confused with the game Yahtzee.
Good disclaimer. I know everybody was super mixed up there.
I was. Yeah. I got lost for a second.
I see what you did there. So they awarded him this prize. Let's see if we can pull that up. So here's from our pals over at trekmovie.com. And I say our pals because they always invite us to their barbecues and their game nights, you know. I don't know if that's
so stylish. I love it.
Look at how cute these two prince. Are.
And her dress is stunning. She looks amazing.
Yeah, I love her earrings too.
Gosh, that smile as well. She's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I believe this is the first year that they named it that award, but in the past,
right?
I believe Patrick Stewart and Michael Westmore received it, and I can't remember. Somebody else from Star Trek presented it. Maybe they say in the article, but yeah.
Star Trek Discovery was front and center at the 10th annual Makeup Artists and Hairstylist Guild Awards held at the Beverly Hilton on Saturday night. Not only did the show win, but Doug Jones was honored with a special award presented by, everybody knows her and loves her, Sonequa Martin Green. And look how happy, I mean, you could tell it's such a true friendship that she's there, you know, to present the honor, and they're like so happy together.
Well, and then the tribute that she gave to him, it's a little bit further down, is just beautiful. Because I imagine, well, when I've met him, all of these things were true. In the blue is what she said.
This is it right here. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's read it, shall we? All together, like we're in some kind of like school camp or something. No,
it never works well on Zoom.
That's terrible. So she says, I am blessed to witness his magnificent heart, his depth of talent, his generous wisdom, his masterful physicality. He brightens everyone's day. He makes every moment better. Watching him changes you. He once said that he embraces the pain of his work because it ensures authenticity when embodying that which is other. That was confusing to me. Without the discomfort, he said, there would be nothing unique to behold. We have been, oh, that's cool. We have been swept away to lands beyond our imagination because of this. We have been touched forever by that artful sacrifice. He is a phenomenal actor, a true artist, a warrior, and a genius of the mind and body. He is a legend, and he is an angelic gem of a human being. I love him dearly. Oh my God, you're right, Melissa. That's beautiful.
That's incredible.
So
That's
sweet.
And you can totally picture Sonequa saying that so eloquently and with so much meaning and heart behind it, right?
Yeah.
I agree with Melissa too, that like that he seems to show that with fans too, with all the interactions. He's always very genuinely interested in them. He's always like, hey, let me give you a big hug and I'll pet you and call you puppy and things like that. He's always he's very fun and funny and just genuinely warm. So yeah. And a great actor, of course.
Yes. And he's the only person I think who could get away with petting people. So.
I don't know, Melissa, I bet if you pet people, like 30% would be cool with it.
How many in the chat would be okay with that?
If you just went, hey, what's your name? Oh, you seem real nice. Some people would be like, what the? But others would be like, oh, whatever. That's nice.
You have to say, you're a good little puppy.
Yeah. Pinch their cheeks.
No, it's just all love. All love.
So, yeah, Doug is an amazing human. I think that's really cool that Sonequa was there and shared those great words. And, you know, I know Doug fairly well. He and I are pretty good friends and we've hung out many a time. Although I will say I've worked with him much less than she has. So it was really nice while I was reading this to just be like, it's so cool that every single person that works with him gets the same impression of him. Like, I can't imagine anybody working with him and being like, oh, Doug, yeah, I don't know, that guy just rubs me the wrong way. Impossible.
Linda is totally okay with petting.
So stay tuned for that.
Wait for
Vegas will be interesting.
And let's see here. I just want to finish up on this. And of course, Doug is always the sharpest, most creative dresser ever.
Yes.
Look at what
He's amazing.
Oh, he also
and
had
there's
like
the
this
chair.
inverted crown that like went around the back that was like gold leaf Grecian inspired, because obviously he posts like details of his outfits on his Twitter. Just crazy. Such attention to detail.
Yeah. Henry, you didn't just have a birthday, did you? Somebody in the chat saying happy birthday to you.
No. It's Trek Fan 1 had a birthday Friday. So happy birthday to Lisa.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And Dougie's missus just had a birthday.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's today.
Actually today, right? Because
Jerry Ryan too, right?
Yes.
Oh.
he was posting that, her birthday, what a fun birthday. He said she's turning 60 today. And doesn't look a day older than 31, though, by the way. But yeah, funny to have a birthday on 2/22/22.
Yeah.
Shout out
Very
to Miss
cool.
Lori.
Yeah. Jerry Ryan as well. She was born today, 1968.
Wow. I was gonna say, oh, she's older than me, but I'll not do that.
So this is what Doug said today. Here's a
It's
picture of
such a
him with
cute
Miss
post.
Lori.
Yes.
And he said, of course, Miss Lori's landmark 60th birthday would fall on 2/22/22. It's a Tuesday, everybody. This beautiful woman is the kindest, most angelic soul to anyone who's ever met her. Otherwise, she wouldn't have endured me for almost 38 years.
Aww.
Parenthetically, she gave permission to announce her age.
It's so
because
sweet.
otherwise, that would pose problems. Possibly.
Possibly.
Then he also tweeted yesterday about winning the award. Here it is. This is the crown you were talking about. Let me share that so everybody can see it.
Grecian headbands. They're so pretty.
Oh wow, that does look very regal. Holy
it's
moly!
So pretty.
Yeah. Emperor Doug. Your sound went away.
Sorry, I muted myself. If there are any of you out there that don't yet know how incredible Mr. Doug Jones is, there probably aren't, but if there are any of you that do not know yet, he's amazing. He's not just a top-notch talent, but also a top-notch hard worker, devoted to his craft, never complains on set. And but then on top of that, he's just an amazing human being. Anybody that's ever met him, I'm sure, is just like melted by him because he's just so nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie's like frowning. Melissa's like, yeah,
No.
Anne-Marie's like,
yeah.
I know.
The first time I met him was with Aaron, and oh my gosh, yes, I fell in love right then and there.
Right in front of Aaron?
Yeah, right in front of Aaron, and Mrs. Lori was there too, and yeah, they're both lovely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And one final thing on Mr. Doug Jones, everybody, for those of you that don't realize, he's one of those guys where you're like, oh my God, he was that guy, he was that guy, he was that guy too.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of those.
So look at. You'll recognize all these butcher
Hocus
guy,
Pocus.
other stuff guy. Yeah, a bunch of stuff from
Silver
Pan's
Surfer
Labyrinth.
there.
Yep, Silver Surfer, more Pan's Labyrinth. There's
The
Saru,
McDonald's commercial.
Abe Sapien on Hellboy. We've got the Buffy the Vampire Slayer guy.
Yes.
Hush. This is another guy. Was that also Pan's Labyrinth? I recognize that. Or maybe that's not the Hellboy thing.
It's Merv.
What we do in the shadows.
What we do in the shadows, right? That's a Pan's Labyrinth thing right here in the corner.
That's
the far left one. What's that one?
This is from The Shape of Water.
Oh, okay. It almost looks like something from Avatar.
This was the one I was.
Show, but the other one.
Look at this crooked face lady.
It's so cool looking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
And all the eyeballs in the back. Anyway.
Oh, that's right. He was that's right, with the eyes on the ham thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just so fluid.
He is.
So everybody at home, make sure you go to Doug's Twitter and or his Facebook and or his LinkedIn or Instagram and tell him congratulations. Say you're an amazing talent and I'm super happy for you winning that award and many more successes.
He's responsive on social media too. He'll often like them and or sometimes reply and stuff like that. I mean, he gets a lot, so he can't do 100%, but he is responsive. He's not one of those people who just posts and then moves on.
He doesn't just like comments, he loves them. Right? He gives them the heart reaction. So cool.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on that? Mohammed, did you meet him? And what were your thoughts on him?
Oh yeah, no, like I said, he was great with my whole family. We met him.
Yeah, I was like, didn't you get a family picture?
We did. We had a whole family picture. This was at STLV in 2019, I guess it was. It was the same one probably where Melissa and Aaron met him too. But yeah, he was fantastic with all of us. He was great with my son. He was like petting my son, being like, "Oh, little puppy, so good to see."
We
got
met
a couple
before
photos.
that, but we met him before that. It was
before that. Oh, good.
Yeah, the Discovery screening, like the of the very first episode.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and he went gaga over Aaron. He was like, "I'm a huge fan."
Yeah.
It was cute. They got a picture together.
Aw.
It was so cute.
I was thinking of them because I remember my son met Aaron then, so that was great having them meet. Yeah.
Yeah, that is great.
All right. So I guess that's good enough on the Doug Love Fest. I've gotten the opportunity to work with him a few times. The first time was, I think, March of 2014 on set. And it was just like instant love. I was just like, oh my God, who is this guy? And why? Okay, this is going to be a little embarrassing. Here you go, guys. So, he was acting and I was part of production, and he was supposed to be talking to like a holographic kid. And so I was reading the lines to him. I was reading against him, and they were going to add the kid later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm reading the lines to him, and he's going back and doing a masterful thing. And I'd never heard of him or met him before, except for in the makeup room 2 hours prior. And I was just like, when we were done, I was just like, wow, you are really good. Like, I was like, your eyes are so, and I was talking him up, and of course he's being super gracious and all that, but he's thinking, yeah, dude, yeah, Google me, punk. Yeah. Oh, I'm a good actor. Oh, I'm thanks. Google me. Like, but I was thinking like, no, man, you're going places, but I think, boy, you are really good. And he was being, of course, gracious like he always is, but he was thinking like, all right, kid, you want an autograph or what? No, but it was great. It was love at first sight, and definitely looking forward to seeing our buddy Doug again and his many, many accolades. Hopefully they will continue to fall on his lap. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's enough of the Doug Love Fest. Everybody that hasn't met him is like, oh my God, I've got to meet this guy.
Brian's like, that's enough.
Correct.
But let's talk about it some more.
I know, I've done it like 3 times.
Always happens.
Well,
Anne-Marie, what do you want to talk about?
It's just really cute.
Yeah, he is.
It's really cute. And then flash forward like years and years, date to the Saturn Awards.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Flash forward years and years, and I'm his date at the Saturn Awards, as you said, with our good buddy Michelle Paradise,
of her,
who was there, and they won some awards, and she accepted some of the awards and gave a great speech, and she was quite the comedian. She was very funny up on stage, and Doug won a couple awards, and it was just a great time. But I think both awards he won were for horror things. Anyway, Anne-Marie's like, see, you just did it again, but you were the one that did it this time. You tricked me.
Yeah.
All right. So, Anne-Marie, you did some sleuth work over the.
I'm really excited about this sleuth work.
Their internet recently. Can you tell us what you found?
Well, I discovered that unlike the other new Star Trek series in the works and new seasons in the works, Strange New Worlds has actually started uploading information onto IMDb. So 35 actors are now listed, and also directors for all 10 episodes, I believe. And one really jumped out at me because, let me make sure I get her name right. Yeah. I'm almost positive I remember it. Okay. Leslie Hope is directing one episode of Strange New World season 1. And we just saw her.
I don't know.
And when you were reviewing an episode of Wrongs Darker Than Death or Night, she was an actor in it for Deep Space Nine. She's freaking Kira Maru. No, not like Kira's mom.
Oh,
That's so fun.
Wow.
I know.
Very
Apparently
cool.
she's a
Fun.
director now and directing Strange New Worlds.
That
That's
is
awesome.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome. I
do
love
we know
how
what
they
episode?
No. I didn't go through some of the episodes. Like, don't have the directors loaded into the specifics, but they have loaded. If you just go to Strange New Worlds, like in general, you can look and see, and they'll say like how many episodes each person's directed, and like I don't think we know which one's which.
And Melissa, what were you saying? Sorry, I jumped over you there.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's awesome how Star Trek alumni keep popping up in the newer stuff. I love that.
I love
It's
that
amazing.
tie-in. It's so
Mhm.
cool. I was like, I know who that is. I just saw her on the IMDb for that
Yeah.
whole episode review. So cool.
Wow.
Hopefully she's not still with Ducat.
Dr. Susan V. Bruner in the live chat says, wow.
It like blew my mind. It's so
Scott
cool.
Jensen says, deep cut. That's Goldie Scott. Robert Kaiser out in Austria says, wow, Kira's mom is a director. Did you get to see if she's directed a bunch of stuff and we just weren't aware of it, or
good
is she
question.
kind of a new director?
You know what? I don't know. So I looked at her webpage. Do you call it a webpage? Her internet page? For some reason, I guess I never ever said it in her site
Website?
online on World Wide Web. Yeah.
It's called a website.
Yeah. So it lists her agents, her actors.
Oh my gosh.
She has like an agent for her director stuff and an agent for her acting stuff. So I think she actually might be doing both still. And I saw that she had been like an actor in one of my favorite Canadian shows, Murdoch Mysteries. So I think she's doing both.
Tierney Diekman added in the chat, Leslie Hope also played some sort of collaborator in The Strain.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Doug Jones acted in the Strain as well. So that's a nice little tie-in there.
Yeah.
Super
DJ
cool.
Kit Kat says, I would have squeed in reference to hoping it was Jolene Blaylock.
Oh yeah.
And Chuck A says, Leah Thompson directed 2 episodes of Star Trek Picard. Now, Leah
True.
Thompson
That's true.
is the lady from Back to the Future, right?
Oh.
Yes.
And so many other stuff.
I know.
So many other films.
No,
Oh
that's-
my
Like
gosh,
what? I don't know.
that's
I
so
think
cool.
also, I don't think that's been announced either, but that is, if you do snooping on IMDb, it's up on IMDb.
I'm gonna have to snoop.
I know. I need
more.
everybody's help snooping more because I don't know how to do
Okay.
the thing where you like put one show against another and let it filter out.
Oh,
So
I
Write a
didn't know you
Python
could
script to
do
do that.
yeah, I just like click through and like stalk everybody. Like there must be a more
Professional
efficient way.
stalker. You
Yeah.
have to tutor me in your ways of sleuthing.
But it's cool
So-
because usually like Lower Decks and Discovery, they haven't, and even Prodigy haven't been updated like very much. Like
Right.
sometimes like even the day of the episode coming out, it's not up. So
Yeah.
it was a fun discovery.
Well, Strange New Worlds, you said, or Picard.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so we have Kira Narise's mom directing an episode. We have Marty McFly's mom directing a couple episodes.
Mhm.
How many other moms are we going to get? Are we going to get
Good
Jake
question.
Sisko's mom, Wesley Crusher's mom?
I wish.
Whose
That
mom
would
is
be
going to be
cool.
directing
Oh,
next?
they should totally get Wesley Crusher's on.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
I
And we
agree.
should call her that if we ever meet her. You're Wesley Crusher's
Oh
mom.
my
Oh
gosh.
my,
You're that lady who taught Data how to tap dance.
oh my gosh. I love Data's Day.
Maybe you can get Kiryoshi's mom.
Yeah.
Kiryoshi's mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be fun too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Molly, of course. Didn't mean to skip Molly there.
Or maybe Cisco's other son's mom.
Yeah.
Because they in season 8 they made him male, right?
So, real quick, here is something that may or may not interest people. And it's a little something called the Twitter. Terry Matalas. Anne-Marie, would you like to tell everybody what Terry Matalas does?
Oh, so he's the showrunner for Picard season 2 and probably more. Also writes some of the episodes. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he's directing some of the episodes too, but he's also freaking amazing follow on Twitter. I have all my first alerts set for him because every tweet is like gold. He tweeted this out a few days ago.
Here he is.
And
Replicating snacks, he says.
I can't tell if it's a joke or not, but it's like so well done to be a joke. I think it's
so
real.
awesome.
Love the hashtag Cork Industries.
Well, check out the
Well, 'cause
top
it
left
says
of
it right
this
there.
table.
Yeah.
But look at the teeth.
And look how they're
Oh
Latin.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No, that looks like wasabi peas.
And they're like
It does.
platinum colored. It's so fun. At first I thought he was replicating Cheetos. I was like, ew.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Well, I mean-
Cheetos are delicious.
They're good. They just get your
I like to
guess,
eat them while I'm putting in my contact lenses.
Frankie's already have orange fingers, so it doesn't matter. But
And your eyes are all orange.
loved it.
Mhm.
That's a fun one. He's such a great follow.
Those colors your view. That's all.
So check out Terry Matalas on Twitter for all your Picard needs. He's always tweeting out like really fun, little Easter eggs or things like, oh boy, you guys are really going to love this. Or here's a picture of the new captain's chair, or check this thing out.
And he follows like all the other new Star Trek series like really closely. So sometimes he like tweets joke responses to people who work on other shows. It's really fun.
It's funny you mentioned that. I just started following him like last night.
Great follow.
because of you.
Yeah, I know. I can't stop gushing about him. He's so much fun.
Well, why stop? I mean, we were gushing about Doug for like 20 minutes.
I mean, no. Well, I
Yeah.
feel like it's only going to get better as we close in on season 2's premiere.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
And like he's starting to also retweet if you happen to like notice a Picard ad like in the wild, he'll retweet if you tweet about it. So somebody today like was at LAX airport and there was a really cool Picard like on one of those walkways. It's like the whole length of the walkway, like a Picard ad that's like not virtual, like a movie, like a video ad that's like on repeat and has really cool graphics. So someone caught that and then he retweeted it. It was really fun.
Aw, those things are fun to do the moonwalk on.
Yeah, and I love seeing everywhere that these ads are popping up. And I love when people share when they see them in the wild. I can't even wait.
It's reminiscent of the
Ooh.
Jerry Ryan thing with her pointing at the one
in
of
the
her
tube.
in the tube.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Piccadilly
And
Circus. Yeah, can't even wait to see everybody. There's some good ones in Toronto apparently. Obviously, New York, they're popping up. I can't wait to see all of them.
Mm-hmm.
He does retweet a lot of stuff, Terry Matalas.
Isn't he great?
And there was something that he retweeted last week that looks like a Star Trek fan caught. I mean, Star Trek fans are nothing if not eagle eyes, right? I mean, they get in there and they're like,
Enhanced, computer
okay,
enhanced.
yeah, I see. So, yeah, computer enhanced.
Computer
Exactly.
enhanced.
That's what
So
I say to
check this
myself
out.
every time I magnify a Star Trek movie.
Nice.
You would.
It's amazing.
So check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The right side of this LCARS panel from Star Trek Picard season 3 filming somehow does seem familiar. Look, first of all,
Oh,
let's just
okay.
appreciate how beautiful that looks.
Yeah.
Also, this guy
Second-
Jorg has like the freaking other coolest Twitter account. Every day he just like studies TNG and compares it to new Star Trek, and he comes up with like the most amazing eagle eye things of all time.
So it's this right here. And this is from All Good Things.
Ah,
Oh, wow. That's great.
that's
Love
serious
continuity.
eagle eye. Wow.
Love
the best.
continuity. It just makes everything
almost-
so much better.
It's almost as if they've consulted people from 90s Star Trek to be a part of this.
I wonder whom.
Okay. What happened? So Tierney in the live chat says, "Oh man, it's Medallion. We're dead." And I scrolled up. I'm like, what did Medallion say that
Why?
was so crazy? And Medallion said, "Sup, Chuck, Gaylenda, Glenn, Wardogheim, and this chat pack." That rascal.
It just means the jokes are coming.
Yeah.
I love Medallion's puns.
Yes. So good.
Top notch. Is
Like-
Medallion going on the Star Trek cruise, Muhammad?
No, I asked that last night. He said no.
Aw.
Oh.
I wish. I would love to trade puns. Well, actually, just receive puns. I don't do them very well.
Dr. Susan B. Gruner said, oh, Melissa doesn't do them well either, so you're in good company.
Aw.
Dr.
Poor Melissa.
I don't have to take this.
You look like you were looking for something to throw it. Sue Gruner says another wow from me. And Chuck A says wow as well. Might as well join in the wow movement. There we go.
Do those
I didn't say
actually
quite a greeting,
pop up?
Tierney. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
That was it.
The wow movement.
Now, Muhammad.
Mhm.
Oh wait, you know what? Let's stick with the Picard talk. There's more Picard talk. I almost said Patak. That's a different Star Trek. That is a bad Star Trek word. Also from our friends at trekmovie.com, not Pataks. They are not Pataks. Okay. And here is this fun article. It's Akiva Goldsman talks about Q, Guinan, the Borg Queen, and more for Star Trek Picard season 2. Now, the first thing, I don't remember if it's in this article, but the first thing I want to mention about Akiva Goldsman is I remember seeing something recently in which he said that the idea that he put out into the ether about an anthology series following
also
all
the
our old
Federation.
favorite people was just musings. It wasn't anything he's pitched or in development or anything. So everybody's going nuts. We're like, oh my God, that sounds so cool. I think we did a segment on it. And we're like, yeah. And he's probably thinking, God, I should have known. You can't just put anything out in the internet without Star Trek fans going like, yum, 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 gimme.
Yes,
gimme,
that.
gimme.
We want that too.
Yeah. But maybe they saw, the fan reaction to that. Maybe that will make them kind of open their thoughts and go like, well, why shouldn't I do it?
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
No, this was a Lord of the Rings reference when I did that.
Oh, well,
It was Bilbo Baggins when he says, after all, why shouldn't I keep it?
I heard it about that guy from Leonard Nimoy.
Good song, yeah. Good
Oh,
song.
whoops. Yeah, that was funny.
So, what's your favorite Lord of the Rings quote, Anne-Marie?
I have no idea. And I'd like it to stay that way.
Aww.
Aw.
But I like that you have your things.
Aw.
It's just so boring. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's painful.
Come on. You haven't even seen it if you say
Wow.
I
that.
saw the first one. Like my
Wow.
old boyfriend loved it. It's like, oh.
What was your favorite
One
part?
more thing about the end.
Oh, it was
Great.
really exciting. Yeah. Come on. Muhammad knows, right?
Smeagol's backstory.
Ah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Precious.
Had you guys read the books back in the day?
I did not.
Oh, I did. I don't even read books. And when I was like in middle school, I read the Hobbit and then the trilogy. And I was like, okay, this is the greatest thing ever. And then I read it like 3 more times rather than
Aw.
reading new books. So I've only really read those books. All I know.
That's cute.
So anyway, back to Akiva Goldsman. Let's see. Yeah, I don't remember if he mentioned that in this article.
Yeah, so there were like
or
2
another one.
articles that came out, I think within a day, where they were both referencing the same interview. And the other article had a little bit more spoilers. They gave a spoiler alert at the beginning.
What were the spoilers?
Well, it said a possible Picard love interest in season 2 of Picard. But didn't say any more details. So most of the article was then like Trek movie speculating who that could possibly be.
Ooh.
If we know that person yet.
Maybe it'll be the Vosh reunion.
I wish.
Nice.
No, I don't even wish, because he's done with her. I want to
I
be
don't
back with
wish.
Picard. I want her to be back with Crusher.
I don't wish.
I want Picard. I think I made Vosh with Crusher. Like, oh,
Sorry.
that would be different.
Oh, that took a different turn.
Melissa, do you have any guesses as to who his new love interest might be? Somebody we already know or somebody new?
I'm not sure. Maybe that Romulan that lives in his house with
Oh, yeah.
him.
Wait,
That
isn't
was
she
one of the
married?
people that Trek movie mentioned.
Laris.
But then they were like, she is married and working there with Japan. But we don't know
Yeah, the
like,
vodka guy.
how much later in the future it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Vodka guy.
I would
So-
like for it to be Crusher, honestly.
I wish. I love them so much.
Mhm.
We're a really good couple. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So everybody in the live chat, give us your guesses. Medallion says Jacques Vache, excellent. Chuck A says Dr. Crusher. Peter H says Beverly.
Beverly.
Probably.
Yeah, let us know your guesses.
The Skin Man.
I don't know who that is.
Tierney. Tierney.
I was just
said
reading
the
that too, like,
Skin
what?
Man. I don't know who that is.
I think
I
they
know
all
the
had
Spoon
skin.
Man. Yeah, they all have skin. Hopefully.
Except Skeletor.
Oh my
Yeah.
Or
gosh.
if he's like or they're like a lizard person, then they would have scales, maybe.
True. Good point.
But
Linda Anderegg and Glenn Iverson both hope it's Vash, of course. DJ Kitty Cat says Nimoy's The Ballad of Bilbo Baggins is excellent. That's what
Yeah,
you're
it is.
referring to.
Oh, Chuck A wants Anne Marie to make a cameo in Star Trek Picard.
I'm the love interest.
But you're already
That's
with
why she's so
you're already with
coy.
Kirk, though.
I'm Kirk.
I
I'm Kirk
know.
has my heart. Sorry.
or Zach.
Yeah. Or Zach and Kirk have my heart.
Really? Above
Yeah.
Picard, even. Wow.
Yeah.
I'd take Picard over
Picard's
Kirk
too much like a dad
any day.
to me. Yeah.
What's Kirk like then?
I'm like hot.
Well, which one do you
Wow.
want? Do you want Shatner or Pine Kirk?
Oh, Shatner, any age.
The age, oh man.
Alrighty.
The Bronze Age.
Yeah.
Shatter, are you paying attention?
I know. He's single.
All right. So everybody in the live chat, what captain do you have the biggest crush on? What captain do you think is the sexiest of all? And are there any more
Definitely
votes
Captain
at
of the
all for
Pasteur.
Captain Kirk?
Yes.
For me, Captain
Crusher?
Pasteur. Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
That's a hard one.
Mhm.
I think for me, it's Picard. I mean, well, unless you start looking, you know who I liked? Rachel Garrett.
I knew you were
Yeah.
going to say that.
Yesterday's enter. How do you? Would you know that?
I just had a feeling. You had that look in your eye.
What are you, Guinan
Rachel
or something?
Garrett look in your eye.
Yeah. I felt it.
Rachel Garrett.
I just really liked the actress. I thought that, I mean, she didn't get a ton to work with. She was only in one episode, but I thought she did a really good job. I don't think she's
Kind
been
of
in any other Star
Janeway-esque.
Trek. Yeah, very much.
Totally.
In
totally
fact, I
for
remember
sure.
thinking that she would have played a great Janeway, I thought, based on that one episode.
Mhm.
Okay, so Anne-Marie, is there anything more to say
No,
about?
it's all, everything else is kind of just, like reiterating, we're going to get Q, we're going to get Guinan, which, yes, we know, and we're also excited. And there is going to be a Borg Queen, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
That's
Robert
another one.
Kaiser. Oh, sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Robert Kaiser, I forgot about her. Captain Erica Hernandez, the
Yeah.
NX-02. That was a good call.
Totally. She's great.
Right.
Yeah, she was very good.
Maybe
Love
Lursa
her.
and Bator.
Good call.
So we have, let's see, here are some of the answers. We've got Glenn Iverson says Janeway, Linda says Pike, both versions. She's equal opportunity.
Actually, there's 3 for Mike.
Right?
There's
True.
the Kelvin
True.
one too. There's Chris Hunter, Kelvin.
but also-
4 then.
There's also the
Four.
burned up one too.
Yes.
There's also Sean Kinney as
That's
well.
awesome.
His Pike, yeah. There are a lot of
Probably not
Pikes
gonna
out
pick
there.
Pick a Pike.
Linda Andrew, picked a Pike of pickled. Okay. Dr. Sue says, Cisco, no more discussion. Oh,
Ooh.
all right.
Oh,
That's too bad. It was-
you're
it was-
all forgetting about the most important captain. Hello, Captain Nog.
Nog.
Very
True.
nice. Captain Nog.
Good
Yeah,
choice.
but sorry. Sue said end of discussion, Melissa. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sue. Sorry.
Chuck A says Captain Baudet. One Trek fan.
Baudet.
Happy
Like
birthday,
that.
one Trek fan. She agrees with you, Anne Marie, and says Kirk. DJ Kitty Cax says Burnham has to be the sexiest. Scott
True.
Jensen
She's pretty
says
sexy.
Michael Burnham. Owie or ooh.
Owie.
Oh, Captain
Okay, Linda
Kirk
says
is
Cisco and Pike the second, or Pike is second. Linda says not new Trek Pike. Songs Dream says Burnham. Robert Kaiser, yeah, you mentioned Hernandez.
Oh,
Very good.
Lorca. Duh.
Giorgio,
Lorca.
no,
Oh,
not
Lorca.
So
Lorca.
hot. Good. More Lorca for me.
Lorca ain't even got an ass. And
I
I'm
didn't
just
look.
Yeah, but he has
I'm just
fortune cookies.
I remember he would wear tight pants and he does have a rump. I remember noticing, I was like, oh
Okay,
boy, they're really
I'm
showing off that man's
learning a
rump.
lot about you.
If you have a kid with Lorca, they're gonna end up being what's his name from Harry Potter? What's the
Yeah.
kid's name? What's the kid's
Oh,
name?
I don't
I'm
watch.
drawing a blank.
Harry,
Not Harry. It's Lorca's son. Shoot, I forget it.
I don't
Oh,
know. Malfoy.
Malfoy. Yes.
Malfoy. Yes.
Yes.
I don't even know watch those movies.
It
I
is
don't know.
Malfoy.
That's right.
Harry.
It's just a word came out. Then Chuck A says what everybody's thinking, Genevieve Bujold,
Ooh.
and also says Captain Nog, of course. Anyway, and Linda says, oh my God,
Oh,
Lorca, yes. Okay,
yes.
Linda, you can't have 15 captains.
Who made these rules?
Draco Malfoy. That's it. Scott put the first name in. It's Draco Malfoy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's that kid's
Well, now
name.
I forgot what I was gonna say because I got all lost in Captain Lorca's rump
Lust.
for some
Yeah.
reason. Captain Dorca.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Dork.
I just remember because like they kind of made him wear like tight pants and they showed angles that were going right up into his rump. I'm like,
I
okay,
was just looking
clearly
at his face.
they're showing off. Well, his face wasn't on his rump
I
and
didn't
the camera was
see
there.
that.
I need to go back and watch.
Mm.
Love him.
Okay. So
I like
yeah,
Captain
forgot.
Spock too.
Which version?
Well, I don't know. I like all the Spocks.
Ethan Peck, because I love Gregory Peck.
Oh my gosh. Even Peck's voice is like
Yes.
butter. Oh, hear him on a microphone and it's like, hi, how you doing?
That sounded just like him.
Oh my God, it's like he's here.
Amazing. Yeah.
There's another
Great
captain
voice.
people seem to be pining over, not the Kirk pine, but it's Booker. Discovery's
Oh,
Booker.
Oh,
Good call. Good call.
yeah. Good
Mhm.
call.
I bet he gets some major points with.
You could do Captain Cassidy Yates.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
the smile that lights up a room, definitely.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, was that it, Anne Marie? On
For this, yeah, that's a good place to stop.
oh, that's what I wanted to ask. So we know we have Q,
Mhm.
we have Guinan, we have the Borg Queen coming up in Star Trek Picard. Who are you most excited to see in season 2 of Star Trek Picard. And we asked that of the audience. Q, Guinan, Borg Queen.
Oh my God. How dare you make us choose?
For me, it's definitely Guinan, and I'm very excited to see her back. I
love
loved
Guinan.
Guinan as a character all through TNG. I was very excited. I mean, the others are great too. Nothing against them, but like Guinan, she's like next level. I actually had an action figure of Guinan when I was in grad school. And actually, it's funny. I left it.
Guinan
purple.
or Gloria from
left
Cleveland?
I left it in my lab in grad school, and I came back like 15 years later, and it was still there. So I took it, and now I have it back in my office here.
Really? Where was it in the lab?
It was just like sitting on top of a shelf there, but my PhD advisor just left it. So it just sat there for 15 years.
That's amazing. They don't clean much there, huh?
She doesn't age.
He was like, "You can have it if you want it." I'm like, "It's actually mine."
That's amazing.
adorable.
What about you, Melissa?
I'm gonna have to say Guinan for me too, because when I was a wee one, she was my favorite character. When I was a munchkin, she was my favorite character on TNG, and I just love Whoopi Goldberg too.
Yeah.
She's just a wonderful woman. So yeah.
Loved her in Ghost too.
Mm-hmm. Ditto. What the hell is ditto? What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does ditto mean? Anne Marie. So you got to pick one.
Guinan, obviously. But I'm excited for how like giddy and happy Picard gets when Q's around.
Yeah.
It'll be cute, but I'm more excited for Guinan than Q. For sure. I love her.
Looks like the live chat
And I'm
agrees
scared of the Borg
with
Queen.
you guys. You're scared of the Borg Queen?
Yeah. So I'm not in a huge rush to get her back. Nothing nightmares.
By the way, Scott Jensen says
nightmares.
Captain Proton is a hottie too. Let's not forget Captain Proton.
Oh,
Good call.
Let's see. So yeah, number one Trek fan says Guinan. DJ Kitty Cat says Guinan. Peter H says close race, but I go with Q. Sue Gruner says Guinan. Ooh, seeing Guinan for sure from Chuck A.
Hats on to Guinan.
Very good. Whoopee for Guinan, Robert Kaiser says. Nicely done. It's not easy to make a pun in your second language, so well done, Robert Kaiser.
Yeah.
I'm also super excited for Laris. There's some talk about Orla Brady. She's amazing. I can't wait to see her again.
I remember trying to make a pun once in French, and my aunt like looked at me like I was stupid.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, it works. It's like, but sometimes it's like it feels like it works, but maybe it just doesn't quite work colloquially or something like that. But I was like, whatever, screw you French people, it works. It's funny. But she just looked at me like, oh, you've been in America too long, you don't understand the language. But I was like, no, I made that joke on purpose anyway.
Oh.
And my puns are funny too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
All right. Yeah, let's hear one.
No, I can't do it right now.
Too high pressure. Yeah.
I know. I can be very funny, you know.
Great. Looking forward to it.
Ugh, so mean.
No, you're great. But when you have one ready, just throw it out at us.
Okay.
I know it's impossible to do it like that. There's no way. Okay. Chuck A says yes, Melissa, for sure.
See, he gets
knows.
it. He knows. And when Captain Melissa is part of the USS Nog, there'll be lots of puns.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of make it so, well, no, never mind.
Don't force it. We'll do it natural.
Boy, I have never been proven more wrong in my life.
Make it go. No, this is not.
Decent. Especially for a
it's
high pressure
not.
snenario, that was decent.
No, it's not. It's not what I can do.
No, it's true. You can do better. You will. I have faith in you.
I can do better.
Anne Marie hates this. She's like, we're not even talking about Star Trek for the last 2.5 minutes.
That gave me time to catch up on the chat. So we're good.
Actually, Anne Marie, you've never actually made a
I don't
pun
partake
or a
in puns.
wordplay joke in your ever, right?
No, I don't think I have what it takes to pull them off as well as you guys.
Okay.
Leave it to the
So
crowd.
Hacking.
Mohammed, you brought to our attention a really cool article. This is by Daily Star Trek News, our great friends that we know and love. Was that was the
No,
one?
Hollywood Reporter. That's okay. we do love Daily Star Trek News, but I saw this on the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's next then. Well, then we've got the Daily Star Trek News here.
Oh.
And so sorry, that's a spoiler. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is a big time spoiler. So Daily Star Trek News, our friend Allison Pitt and company, Marina Kravchuk and all them. Not in the live chat though. I took a quick glance. So confession, actor Colomini reflects on his acting career and the idea of a Star Trek Worf series with Michael Dorn. Anne Marie, you were all over this one, right?
I mean, anytime Colmini does an interview, because it's pretty rare.
Right.
So yeah, he was saying that he wouldn't mind seeing a Star Trek Worf, because he's apparently even bigger of a Worf fan than would have guessed. On Star Trek, he didn't like Worf. Like Worf didn't like him coming over to his quarters. But apparently,
that was rude.
Yeah, it's so rude. But apparently, he's like all over. If there was a Worf series, he wants to be part of it. So basically, it opens the door to him saying that he would be totally game to come back to Star Trek. But he rarely mentions Star Trek in interviews, and he rarely does interviews. So it was fun to see.
He is still a very busy working actor in the UK.
Totally, yes. In Ireland.
He
I think
played
this one
Santa
was done in
Claus in
London.
some commercial in the UK too. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So this here article, the idea of Star Trek Worf is nothing new. Dorn has been sitting on the idea for the past decade. He even wrote a pilot episode for the series. Having read the script, fellow Star Trek actor Marina Sirtis said she was very impressed with her best friend, noting his attention to detail. While there hasn't been any progress on producing a Worf series, the idea still gets tossed around in conversation from time to time. When asked, Meany told the big issue, "Oh, absolutely. I'd go for that. I love Michael." Man, can you imagine if there was a Captain Worf series with, say, like Chief O'Brien, and then maybe like, okay, how about this? If there was a Captain Worf series and he's captaining a Starfleet vessel, right? And there's Chief O'Brien there. There's Keiko, of course. Molly's off on Starfleet Academy somewhere, and Kiriyoshi is too. Who would be a cool third callback character, like as part of their crew, like a first officer or a doctor?
Remember that kid who loses his mom in TNG? His mom is like taken by an alien, and then aliens try and act like the mom, and it's like it was an away mission that Worf was in charge of, so Worf like took it really hard, and in the end, like he does a morning ceremony with the kid. Why am I blocking on what the kid's name is? But it was one of those like kids who left orphaned in TNG. There are a few episodes. So my headcanon is that then he went to Starfleet Academy and maybe he's stationed on Worf's ship.
Low-hanging fruit, if you're thinking about series regulars, would be something like Ezri being on the ship.
I was thinking Ezri as well.
Wow, yes, that's perfect as a first officer, right? Like Commander Ezri Dax. Wow. Well, that might be a little conflict there with Ezri and Worf, you know, like.
But isn't she with Bashir?
Maybe.
I mean, she was as of the end of Deep Space Nine. It's true.
Yeah, and they were friends.
Now,
you could also
obvious...
You could use somebody who came back on Voyager too. Maybe it's Garrett
I
or
was
Ensign.
thinking that too.
Harry Kim.
Ensign Garrett. Yeah. He'll
Sorry.
be Ensign.
Ensign Kim.
Yeah.
Or maybe Cisco's younger son.
Oh,
Mhm.
Oh,
He
interesting.
could
that'd be
be an
significant in
ensign
the
as
future
well.
then, but yeah. That would work.
Mhm.
I want Cito Gaston, but she's dead.
Too soon.
I liked her.
Oh,
She was cool.
so sad.
That was such a good little storyline there.
Oh,
Maybe Neelix comes over from the Delta Quadrant.
You watch your
oh
mouth.
my God. Can you imagine Neelix and Worf?
It'd be
Oh, no.
crazy. Like the
I
odd
would
couple.
love that.
So, very good. Chuck A says Fisherman's Wharf.
Peter H. said the
Robert
name's
Kaiser.
Jeremy Astor. That was the name.
Yes, yes,
very good.
yes. I was thinking Jonah, but obviously no, that's the kid, the Tellurian or whatever.
Just as long as it's not that girl that would go,
Shut
Isabella.
up. You know I love Invisible Friend.
I don't
So
know that.
much.
I don't think anybody loves that.
Yeah,
there's
Clara
no
and
way.
Isabella.
Isabella. Like, oh, I hate this
I
episode.
love that episode so much.
She was much better in Deep Space Nine, in my opinion.
Yes.
Shadow play.
Has a different
So
character.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Medallion says O'Brien meets Laris. That would be pretty cool. DJ
that's
Kitty
hilarious.
Cat says Esri. Chuck A says Martok. Scott Jensen says the EMH. Interesting.
Mm.
Which version? The Andy Dick
one.
version. That look.
Scott Jensen says
Neil
the
likes the
Cisco can send Cito back. That's
Oh.
true. The Cisco is the emissary. She is a
Mm.
Bajoran, after all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the
Oh,
Molly
that's a
idea.
very good one. DJ Kitty Cat says, how about Naomi Wildman?
I was
that would be
wondering that.
cool.
Ooh.
Lieutenant Wildman. By then,
Mhm.
she'd be like, maybe 30.
I love Naomi.
Could be each episode
Yeah.
before he's dead.
I know. I wish. I
Well, if
love
it takes
Chubb so
place
much.
right before Picard, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Okay. So that would be fun. I love to fill out those crews. That's always such a good time.
Mm.
But obviously the answer is that we're probably going to see, since LeVar what did LeVar say, Anne-Marie?
He said something like he couldn't deny or something.
I thought he hinted something, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I thought he hinted something like maybe a week or 2 or 3 ago, saying like that we're going to get a full TNG reunion by the time Picard is
yeah.
done,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I remember
Doesn't that
seeing
sound
that.
familiar?
Yeah,
Sounds
he
familiar.
did say
So,
that. He
That's going to
didn't.
include Worf.
Yeah. He didn't say that they were all at the same time, but
Mm.
by the end, there would be a full. Sorry, I'm
Exactly.
trying to type in the chat and yeah,
Well, we'll let you finish. Go ahead.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. No. But no, you're right. That's exactly it. We don't know. We can guess. But what that means is we are going to get Worf back. Very, very likely.
Mhm.
Probably going to be a Captain Worf, or he's going to be a Chancellor or a General, in Klingon High Council or something in there. It would be really cool, though, if we get to see a Captain Worf come in and then the fans go nuts and then we get a little spin-off or
A little
something.
Alexander too.
Maybe Mariner will be on the ship.
That would be
That's
cool.
hilarious. That is
Oh,
so funny.
that would be fun.
That would be interesting.
Brilliant.
What'd be cool is if they just tossed in a tiny little Easter egg, like where, there's things going on or something like that. And then they go like the captain's, there's maybe explosions. And he says like, Helm, take us out, blah, blah, blah. Ensign Mariner, take us to blah. And then you just see like a red shirt blur in the corner go. And we're like, what? That was.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
Especially if it was
Ensign Mariner.
Boimler. That would be great. Boimler.
Boimler.
Boy, I'm like, don't touch that.
And then some beluga whales.
Okay. So yes, Colomini, everybody loves him. At least they should. And
most important man
To
in
know him
Starfleet.
is to love him.
right. And I do wonder if O'Brien is included in that next generation group that will be in Picard.
Brilliant.
Because why not, right?
Yeah.
I would be very pleased. Every single next generation person they could bring back, I'd be down with, except for that Isabella girl. That girl that screams Isabella.
You watch your mouth. I love that episode so much.
You want
But I
that
would love
Wesley?
to see. I would love to see Lieutenant J.
Yes.
I would love that.
Played by Tracy Coco,
Yes.
our good
That'd
friend.
be so special.
Yeah, I mean, the more the merrier. Bring them all back. Even bring that engineer that was in The Naked Now, right? That was like playing with the
Jim
isolinear chips.
Shimoda. Yeah.
And he was like,
Jim
bring them all
Shimoda.
back. I want to see them all.
I think actually he passed away, but
Oh.
maybe Argyle, Biff Yeager.
Alyssa Ogawa would also be a good one. Love to see her.
Love
Oh
her.
man, I would be.
We love them all.
I
Maybe
know.
hitting
Romulan
anyone.
Denise Crosby.
Yes, any one of them. Any one of them. Ishara Yar, was that Yar's
I knew you were
sister?
gonna
Was
say
the
that.
sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Emery, for every time you say something, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be like, I knew you were gonna say that.
I did.
It's unprovable.
Yeah, but we randomly talked about her a couple days ago because she showed up in the polls at some point. So I knew she's fresh in your mind.
DJ
Phoebe
Kitty
Newart's
Cat says
Alien.
yes. Yeah. DJ Kitty Cat says Dr. Salar. Got
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
it.
Bring back Leah
Mark.
Brahms.
Leah Brahms. Yeah.
Ah.
Susie Plaxton. Love it. Okay. So next, sorry, Mohammed. Now we will talk about this article from the Hollywood Reporter that you were talking. This is super exciting. Why did we wait till the end for this one? Because there's just so much great Star Trek news.
There's so much news. Yeah. This was kind of interesting. I just saw this online. I think somebody shared it on Twitter or something like that. But it was talking about how we've all heard at this point that there's going to be this new fourth J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie. So it's exciting to see this coming out. This article had a couple of extra bits to it. One of the things that's mentioned is that negotiations with Chris Pine have just begun. They're at the early stages. Apparently, according to the article, according to the article, some of the other actors were a little surprised by this announcement. So maybe it was, I don't know what that exactly means in sense of being surprised. I'm sure it wasn't just they'd never heard anything, but maybe they didn't know that an announcement was going out or something along those lines. So, but it's cool that now they've heard that and hopefully they're working on it. And hopefully, as it says, the plan is for filming starting the end of this year for release the end of next year. So
that's a negotiating chip right there. If they go, you want to get this thing done by next year, huh?
Yeah.
Now that I know that, let me just open up my wallet and see if you can fill it for me. Which I hope they don't do, because I feel like stuff like that kind of slow down
the TOS
and
movies.
eventually stop this most recent movie.
Yeah, I think
2
it was
or
with
3
Chris
years ago.
Hemsworth or something like that, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Pine, both of them.
And Pine.
So
it'd be interesting to see.
On,
I'm assuming Hemsworth costs a lot more now after all the Thor movies and roles in the Marvel universe in general. So,
Guy's a funny dude. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, I hate to say this because I really like Chris Hemsworth, but I'm not sure he's worth it. Because the importance of him in a new Star Trek movie, is lower than it is for the main cast, right?
What did he even play?
Whereas what he will command,
George Kirk,
as he will command, now that he's Thor, is like this. The ratio of how much he's worth, in Hollywood compared to how important he is to a story is pretty lopsided. I really like George Kirk and I really like him, but I think it's
that intro scene. Yeah, the intro scene to the Star Trek 2009 movie was like amazingly heartbreaking. Yeah, it was phenomenal. So I I agree with your point, but I also
How much do you need George Kirk in like multiple Star Trek?
Well,
movies?
yeah, I was thinking that too.
That's hilarious.
As much as I like Chris Hemsworth.
Well,
Yeah.
because we're Star Trek fans, and when we like a character, we want to see more of. And I hope they bring back Carol Marcus and Jayla,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they've built up, some secondary characters that they can start filling out, the next movie with.
There's an
Yeah,
implication
but-
at the end of Into Darkness that Carol Marcus was going to continue on, but then we just didn't see her in Beyond. So I don't know what happened there.
Mhm.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Maybe she asked for too much, or
Maybe she was just
maybe this-
busy. She may just had another
That too.
movie.
So everybody in the live chat, here's the big question. Outside of the main characters, who would you like to see return in this fourth installment of the Kelvin universe? Carol Marcus, Jayla, George Kirk. Who was the Badmiral?
Wait, didn't he get killed in Into Darkness?
Did he die? No, wasn't there one in the third one? Who was the one in the third one?
Oh, was there a bad
And
one?
Beyond. It's been a while.
There was the former Mako, but he didn't make it, I don't think.
He didn't make it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I mean,
I
Deep
knew
Roy
that
is
too.
Deep Roy's gonna come back. What's his character's name?
Deep Roy.
Deep Roy, the little guy that's with Scotty.
Oh.
He's going to be at STLV this year too. Keenzer or something like that.
Yeah, Keenser. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
every time I see him, I think of the X-Files and that squeaky, and I go, it's creepy.
Oh, DJ Kitty Cat suggests Shora. I don't know how you say her last name. The person from The Expanse.
Yes,
Ah.
she was in that opening sequence in Into Darkness, right? Is that where she was from? Right.
I can't remember if it's Into Darkness or in Beyond. One of those. Yeah, one of those. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Another good show.
Yeah.
Rico Anderson says, J-Lo. Hey, Rico, welcome to the party. We're talking about Star Trek. Keep up.
Oh,
You see,
Jello.
Anne-Marie, J-Lo is a musician.
Jello.
That I know.
Jello. Okay.
Everybody's mentioning just anybody. I mean, like specifically from the
Oh,
Kelvin
I'm one
universe.
too. That's Darth.
Yes. Very good. No, Farm Boy 2 was going to be the guy that played Cupcake. He ended up being called Cupcake, and his name was Hornsdorf.
No,
Yeah.
no, but
Mhm.
wasn't Darth's character Farm Boy too?
No, that was just a joke. That was just a virtual TrekCon
Okay.
joke. Yeah, he was going to be Hensdorf. I think it was what his technical name was, Hensdorf. But then everybody just calls him Cupcake, but he was originally going to be called like Farm Boy 2 or something like that. That's
oh my
funny.
god, I love that.
Now I'm thinking about cupcakes.
That is excellent knowledge,
Primo.
Wardogheim. Very, very good reference.
Awesome deep cut.
Medallion suggests Kelvin Universe to Paul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Although, if you've seen one, you've seen to Paul, right? So you don't.
I knew that was coming too.
Okay, you guys can't just say that every time I say something.
No, it's not every time.
That's
but
how
that
well
one
written
was-
your character is.
That was that one was a given.
Oh my god.
Not
Okay, so just
Robin,
Captain
but-
Melissa Longo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll pay extra to watch that. That'd be great.
I would too. No, no, they should pay me extra.
That's true. They should pay you. Yeah.
More than an extra, yeah.
Yeah, more than an extra.
But I will say I'm actually excited for this movie. Like,
Yeah.
When they had their run, and there was some good and some bad to it, and some people loved them, some people hated them. But now in hindsight, now that we have the possibility of a new movie coming out with those people, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And it's been 6 years since we've seen them in Beyond. And now I'm like excited. I'm like, yeah, I want to see my old buddies again. I mean, obviously it's really sad what happened to Anton. And no more Chekhov, of course. But the rest of them, I'll be very happy to see them again, actually.
Irrespective of what people think about them, they kept the franchise alive during the drought there between Enterprise and the new
and
series.
got new fans.
So many, exactly. I was gonna say, so many.
We got Discovery.
So many of the fans, so many of the students I know at Duke University, when you ask them, have you watched Star Trek? Like, I've seen the movies. Like, and that's nearly always what they say. They rarely have seen either the things that require a new subscription or the ones before that. So,
and going back to Anne Marie's point about Star Trek going mainstream, those movies were probably the most mainstream Star Trek productions ever, basically. And they seemed like they brought Star Trek more into the mainstream. They kind of ushered them into that mainstream conversation. They also hooked up our friend who's in the live chat, Rico Anderson, with a nice little paycheck. Hooked me up with two of those movies, hooked me up with a paycheck. So, hey, we like those movies.
We like paychecks.
What was your role with them, Ryan?
I'm sorry?
What was your role? You mentioned you got paychecks.
Yeah, I was just I was in one scene as a Starfleet officer. No, I was going to, and then the SAG union strong-armed me out of it because I wasn't a member of SAG yet. I was a brand new actor, and I was going to work 2 weeks on the bridge as one of the bridge officers. So you'd seen me pushing buttons and doing the ICERs and NOSERs or whatever, theoretically. But then right before that happened, apparently the union was like, no, he's non-union, which makes you sad because theoretically that means that the director picked you. Yeah. Which is a very, it's quite the compliment if a director picks you. Yeah. But then the union was like, nope, sorry, pick somebody else from this group. And so that was kind of a bummer, but it was still cool. And in the second movie, I was another Starfleet officer again, in a bunch of scenes, at Starfleet Academy and at Starfleet headquarters, and did a couple days there, 2 or 3 days. It was a lot of fun. We shot at the Getty Center, which was a lot of fun. Oh man, that was good fun at the Getty Center, and also at what's it called, like the Crystal Cathedral in Anaheim, I think it is. Something like that was where we shot. It was really cool there as well. And I believe where Rico shot was, Melissa Longo says Ryan Into Darkness. I believe where Rico shot was at CSUN, Cal State Northridge. Oh. And he can correct us in the live chat, but I believe that's where he shot his scene with when Spock was addressing like Starfleet Academy or something. Anyway, so hopefully that'll happen by the end of next year. That's gonna be really cool. Oh, so let us share with everybody the Kickstarter. Yeah. So Noah AK, everybody loves Mary Wiseman and Anthony Rapp. They are doing a production entitled Type 1. It says Type 1 is a dystopian drama set during a global disaster. It follows a type 1 diabetic and his wife on their search for a supply of insulin before, you guessed it, it's too late. Here is the Kickstarter. Would you look at that? Just while we were doing our live show, it went from under the goal to over the goal. So congratulations
Open this
to
morning.
them. Yeah. Doing a great job. But everybody at home, just because a Kickstarter campaign, it's called, so just look for Kickstarter Type 1, and you'll find it right away. Just because a campaign has reached its initial goal, that doesn't mean you go, oh, whew, good. Well, now I don't have to donate. No, because the more you put into it, the better the production is. And also, you might get something cool out of it. Like, what if they say, if you donate, you get a DVD? maybe you still want that DVD or that cool shirt or
the
that
perks
I
are
donated hat.
awesome.
I think for
What are the
$15 you get your
Yeah.
name in the credits. or
That's what I
something like
did.
Mm.
And then like they keep going
Right.
up, and you can get cameos with all of them, and also one of the levels is actually like playing D&D with them.
that. Wow.
So there's some interesting perks on there,
Mhm.
Fun.
like some cool stickers.
Right. At $15, your name in the credits. How are there only 42 backers for that? Wow.
Because I
Probably
think
because there are a bunch
as you
of better
keep
ones.
going
out
up,
there.
you
Yeah.
get those, and they're all like amazing.
Yeah. Excellent. An enamel pin.
Hmm.
Custom cameo from Anthony Rapp.
And
Wow,
I think
what a dude.
that like type 1 Star Trek badge with like the drop of red blood on it, I think that's just so poignant.
Oh.
Obviously type 1, you have to always like do the
Yeah.
pricks for blood sugar checks or to have the pump in. Brilliantly done. He's amazing.
Mhm.
That was great.
Like what a great way to use a platform.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. I'm looking at the perks. Lots of great perks.
I
Great stuff there.
know.
So everybody, once this is over, we'll put the link in the comments. So once this is over, just go click on that
Mhm.
and catch up with everybody else because these guys are sprinting. They're
amazing.
racing.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's it. I thought Anne-Marie was going to tell us more about her donation because she was
Wonderful.
super excited about it.
No, I was just excited to be one of the first ones this morning when it went online. And he's
Poor
so
Anne-Marie.
cute. Like all day, he's been thanking everybody you backed because you have the option to like share it on tweet or Facebook. So it's been like fun to watch everybody supporting it so much.
All right. So I guess that means it is now time for the Star Trek Day
Oh my god!
trivia game.
Wahoo!
I know.
It's an easy one.
Finally, right?
And wait on TNG
Let's
tough
see.
ones later.
Let's see. Which character does not appear in the first season of Star Trek Picard?
Oh.
Is it A? Oh, I think we already covered this. Is it A, Geordie LaForge?
Oops.
Very topical,
Spoilers.
though. Good job, Star Trek
Spoilers.
Day.
Yeah.
Star Trek Day. Okay, this is
Oh
not
my
a
God,
Star
this
Trek
is
Day
foresight.
trivia game. This is the main viewer trivia game written by Star Trek Day,
Mhm,
where they're
mhm,
like, "Were you paying attention in this episode?"
mhm. The Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
War Dogheim in the live chat reminds everybody. He says, "Oh, and the like button is shy a couple times.
Uh-oh.
Wait, a couple of
Yeah.
smashes.
Let me make sure
yeah.
I liked it.
Me
Yes.
too. Me
Did
too.
mine too.
Okay, I did.
Basically, smash that like button is what we're saying.
I don't want
Yeah.
to be on
All right.
War Doghound's bad side.
So, is it A, Geordie LaForge, B, 7 of 9, C, William Riker, D, Deanna Troy, or E,
Hmm.
Ensign Boimler?
Those
Those are
I
your
like it.
options.
E.
It's funny when people say it's A before they even hear the rest of the because well, whatever. We'll see. We don't know the answer yet. We will check in a minute.
Moriarty.
Moriarty.
Medallion.
That, of course. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So the new episode of The Seventh Rule, which just premiered yesterday, is Deep Space Nine, Season 6, Episode 16, Change of Heart. If you'll remember that one, that's
Wait,
the
no,
one where
no. This keeps happening. That was Sundays.
Oh yeah. Change of heart. Yesterday was
Okay, well, that's
yesterday.
Sunday. Yeah.
They
you
were
go
both
find
freaking
that.
amazing. No. But continue because
And that's with David
Yesterday was
Livingston.
Sunday.
And you can find that. Sorry, but that was on Sunday. You can find that Change of Heart with David Livingston, who was a producer and
Yeah, he
director. He's
directed.
directed the most episodes of Star Trek ever by a decent amount. You know, William Frakes, that's William
Jonathan.
Riker, Jonathan Frakes. It's been a long day. I was almost said Mary Tilly. I said William Frakes.
And Mary
Right.
Shelley.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was Sunday. Then yesterday, the new release was Who Mourns for Morn
That's the one.
with writer Mark O'Connell. That's season 6, episode 12. So check that out on the Seventh Rule YouTube. Mark O'Connell was a great guest. What?
Medallion did a really funny retweet of us tweeting that. He's like, everyone always asks who mourns for morn, but nobody ever asks how. Love it.
True.
All right. So also, people are saying, yeah. That was
an epic
Sunday
review.
and Monday, and this is Tuesday.
Yeah.
But what's tomorrow? Well, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, that's Wednesday, Falling Towers Watch the First podcast does their review, our review of, you guessed it, In Living Color, with special guest showing up just in time, Rico E. Anderson.
Whoa.
Yes.
Gotta do what you want to do, you know?
Yep, there it is. So if you loved In Living Color, and even if you didn't, go to YouTube/Falling Tower, youtube.com/Falling Tower, or just search Falling Tower, you'll find it.
Web.
And watch us talk about In Living Color with Rico E. Anderson. You know that's going to be a ton of fun. And then on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, the Seventh Rule does our review of the new Star Trek Discovery episode. Wow, that's going to be a lot of fun. That's episode 10 of season 4. So check that out.
It's an important one because we'll skip episode 11, right?
Yeah.
So good to watch this one.
That's the news of the day, everybody. So Sirach and I and Mohammed will be on the Star Trek cruise next week. So there may be a very likely gap in the Discovery reviews next week because we'll be on a boat with no internet,
However, next week there will be a Picard episode 1 review on Thursday.
Will there? However, next Thursday there will be a Picard review of season 2, episode 1 of Star Trek Picard. That is going to be Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's Thursday, March 3rd, the day that Picard premieres. We will have a Seventh Rule review of it. So check that out. It's going to be incredible.
I can't even wait. I'm so excited.
Well, you're going to have to wait.
I can barely wait.
Okay. So everybody's like, yeah. That's 2 days ago. That's tomorrow. That's next week. But what's the answer to the trivia question?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the answer is going to be revealed in a minute. But first, let's just say where people can find us online so that they know, Melissa, I really like all the cool shirts you make. Where can I find them?
At Walking Art Made by Melissa.
Well worth investment.
Yes.
So everybody check that out. You can also find her on YouTube on the Seventh Rule. You can find her on Virtual TrekCon right here. She's also an occasional guest on Falling Tower, if you can believe that. What's her next episode? That is going to be, that's another thing. March 9th, she will be with Falling Tower doing our review of Avenue 5.
Oh, yeah.
With Neelix.
Cool.
With Neelix. Very good. Very good. Good knowledge.
See the first episode? I can't remember.
Yes.
It was? Okay. I couldn't remember.
Dr. Mohammed Noor, where can people find you?
Sure. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's Moff Noor, M like Michael, A F like Frank, Noor, M like November, OOR, or on YouTube under BioTrekkie, BioTrekkie.
What about you, Anne Marie Siegel, doctor?
On Twitter at Anne Marie Siegel 1.
Glenn Iverson says In Living Color was fantastic.
In living color.
But did we at Falling Tower, Enrico E. Anderson, agree with you, Glenn Iverson? Check it out, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's tomorrow night on the Falling Tower YouTube channel. Or, you know, if you just want to relive the nostalgic times. And everybody's like, okay, you guys, enough. I heard about it in Living Color 4 times now. Yes, okay, Star Trek Day. This is it. The answer, boy, this is a toughie. Yeah, Geordie LaForge, right? Yeah, Geordie LaForge.
Oh, really? I thought it was Boimler.
Boimler plate.
Boimler.
I guess
I'd love
that's
to
it.
see Jack Quaid show up in live in something. I mean,
So
besides
fun.
like The Boys, but you know, in one of these Star Trek things. I'd love
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Be
those.
great.
He'd be
They could do
good
it.
as Boimler.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Exactly.
it would fly. I mean, it'd be like, okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
He could do it.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. That's how I feel about the lady that plays Dr. Ta'ana, too. She could do it. Maybe. Great. So that's about
Give
it.
her a cat
Everybody at
suit.
home, thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to like this video and please be sure to subscribe. Share it with your friends. Get them to subscribe. We are dangerously close to 1,000 subscribers. We only need 30 something
on.
more. Can you
Come
please
on.
just ask your friends to
Yeah.
subscribe to this channel? Because the sooner you do that,
Mhm.
the sooner we'll stop harassing you. Isn't it weird when people say harass instead of harass?
Well, that's the British way.
Mm.
Is that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So thanks very much for your support, everybody. And we will see you next time. Also, that actually plays into what Muhammad was saying, you know, or well, that he and I were saying, I guess, about the Star Trek cruise.
Oh yeah.
If we don't have much internet, that means there's probably no main viewer next week, right, guys? We'll see. Maybe Anne-Marie and Melissa will go on the main viewer and just dominate.
We can rock it.
Talk about, you know,
They kick us out so
All
we don't come
kinds of
back.
stuff.
Yeah. So
we'll
in the
talk
live
about
chat,
the gossip we've heard from the cruise.
in the live
Yeah.
chat, final
Don't predict what
question
Ryan's
is,
gonna say.
if myself and Sirach and Muhammad are all gone on the cruise next week, what do you want the rest of the team to talk about on the main viewer next Tuesday? Let us know and tell us in the comments below. And that's about it for us.
Could be the start of a joke. You know, Ryan, Sirach, and Muhammad walk into the buffet, and no.
And I'll have
And
the
Sirach's
best
like, "Where's the
pun
buff
that you will
bee?"
miss.
Oh yeah. Oh snap.
All right. Anyway, thanks very much for joining us, everybody.
Where's
And
the
what I'm
buff
trying to
bee?
say is, when you want to hear a pun about buff A and buff B, put it on the main viewer.